I am Jarvis, your storyteller. Welcome to the Science Fiction Exploration. If you like the story, please subscribe to our channel.
Against the Obsidian Command Console. The holographic display showed a seemingly insignificant blue planet, the third from its unremarkable star. His violet eyes narrowed as data streams flickered across the screen, displaying primitive satellite technology, fossil fuel-dependent vehicles, and fragmented military forces. "Pathetic," he whispered, mandibles clicking in amusement. Another primitive species ripe for conquest. The Kraxan Empire had subjugated thousands of worlds across 3 galaxies, and Earth appeared to be their easiest target yet. Meanwhile, deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, Dr. Olivia Nash walked through titanium-reinforced corridors of Project Prometheus, humanity's best-kept secret. The facility hummed with energy as quantum computers processed data from their deep space monitoring network. For 15 years, she had led a team of Earth's brightest minds, preparing for the moment everyone else considered paranoid fantasy. Dr. Nash. Lieutenant Thomas Weber rushed toward her, tablet in hand. The quantum arrays detected something. Multiple objects just appeared at the edge of our solar system. Olivia's heart raced, but her voice remained steady. "Show me." The facility's central command center burst into activity as holographic displays materialized, showing massive ships emerging from what appeared to be artificial wormholes. They moved with precise formation, their hulls absorbing rather than reflecting light, a technology far beyond anything publicly known to exist. "Begin Protocol Omega," Olivia commanded. Across the globe, hidden installations activated. Beneath oceans, within mountains, and buried under desert sands, humanity's true technological achievements stirred to life. While the world's governments maintained a facade of primitive technology, Project Prometheus had pushed the boundaries of physics itself. Above Earth's atmosphere, High Admiral Vexthor prepared his standard conquest speech. The Kraxan Empire had used it on countless worlds, a message of overwhelming force and inevitable defeat. As his communications officer prepared to broadcast, Vexthor imagined another easy victory for his illustrious career. "People of Earth," his message began, transmitting across all frequencies. "Your planet now belongs to the Kraxan Empire. Resistance will result in immediate planetary bombardment. You have 1 planetary rotation to surrender your world governments and submit to imperial rule." In the Project Prometheus Command Center, Olivia allowed herself a slight smile. "They're following the exact pattern we predicted," she said to her assembled team. "Tactical positioning, communication protocols, even their ship formations, everything matches our quantum probability models." For years, Project Prometheus had secretly observed other civilizations, studying their technologies and tactics through advanced quantum sensing arrays. They had watched the Kraxan Empire's conquests from afar, learning, adapting, and preparing. "What about the civilian population?" General Harrison asked, his weathered face reflecting concern. "The panic when they realize we're under alien invasion." "Already handled," Olivia replied. "Operation Looking Glass is in effect. Every major government is implementing our prepared protocols. The public will see a united Earth responding with primitive but brave resistance, while our real defense systems activate." Throughout the facility, engineers and scientists monitored quantum entanglement drives, crystalline computer cores, and weapons that bent the fabric of reality itself. Humanity had achieved technological wonders in secret, driven by the certainty that they weren't alone in the universe. High Admiral Vexthor watched with satisfaction as his fleet moved into attack formation. The primitive satellites and space stations would be the first to go, a standard tactic to blind and isolate the target world. "Begin the first phase," he ordered. The Kraxan ships powered up their main weapons, plasma cannons capable of reducing cities to ash. But before they could fire, something unexpected happened. Their sensors detected energy signatures unlike anything in the Imperial database. Deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, Olivia gave the command they had practiced countless times, initiate Prometheus protocol. Across Earth, hidden quantum arrays activated. The atmosphere itself seemed to ripple as overlapping fields of altered spacetime emerged. The Kraxan Empire's supposedly invincible shields encountered forces they were never designed to resist. "Admiral," a sensor officer shouted. "We're detecting massive energy fluctuations. Our shields are..." The officer never finished his sentence as the first wave of Earth's defense grid activated. The seemingly empty space around Earth's orbit transformed into a deadly maze of quantum disruption fields. Kraxan ships found their advanced hulls twisted by forces that ignored their defensive shields entirely. Weapons failed to fire as the very laws of physics were locally rewritten by Earth's hidden technology. High Admiral Vexthor watched in horror as his mighty fleet began to disintegrate. "Impossible," he roared. "They're primitives. We saw their technology." "That's what we wanted you to see," Olivia whispered, watching the battle unfold on Prometheus's quantum imaging displays. Humanity learned long ago that appearing weak while being strong was far better than appearing strong while being weak. The Kraxan Empire's invasion force, which had conquered countless worlds, lasted less than 30 minutes against Earth's true defenses. As the surviving ships fled in panic, they broadcast a warning to their empire, a warning that would soon spread across the galaxy. Earth was not what it seemed, and humanity was no one's prey. The Kraxan Empire's retreat sent shockwaves through their military hierarchy. In the Grand War Chamber of the Imperial flagship Sovereign Dominion, Supreme Commander Zilvax faced his assembled war council. The holographic displays showed the devastating footage of their defeat, ships worth trillions of credits reduced to quantum particles in moments. "This cannot stand," Zilvax declared, his crimson scales darkening with rage. "We will return with the full might of the Empire. 10,000 ships. We will show these humans the price of defiance." But deep in Earth's orbit, humanity was already preparing for the inevitable counterattack. Admiral Marcus Hayes stood on the observation deck of the newly unveiled Orbital Defense Platform Alpha, watching as cloaked satellites took position around the planet. The platform, like dozens of others now emerging from hidden lunar bases, represented decades of secret technological development. "Status report on the Quantum Shield Network," Hayes commanded, his voice carrying the weight of 20 years of military service. The holographic display before him showed a complex web of interconnected energy fields surrounding Earth. "Quantum shields at 98% capacity, Admiral," reported Lieutenant Commander Rebecca Chen from her station. "The Kraxan attack actually helped us calibrate the systems more precisely. We now understand their weapons technology better than they do." In the 2 weeks since the failed invasion, Earth had dropped its technological masquerade. Hidden facilities around the globe revealed themselves, each housing innovations that redefined the possibilities of science. The public watched in awe as their world transformed before their eyes. At Project Prometheus headquarters, Dr. Olivia Nash collaborated with Admiral Hayes via quantum entanglement communication. "The Ascendant Defense Grid is online," she reported. "But we've detected something concerning. The Kraxan fleet isn't just gathering reinforcements, they're adapting their technology based on what they learned from our first encounter." Hayes nodded grimly. "They would. The Empire didn't conquer 3 galaxies by being stupid. How long until they return?" "Our quantum probability matrices suggest 3 days," Olivia replied. "They're bringing everything they have. This isn't just about conquering Earth anymore, it's about saving face. The Empire's entire reputation rests on crushing us." Across Earth's surface, massive structures began to rise from hidden underground bunkers. Crystal spires that housed quantum computation arrays, gravimetric pulse cannons disguised as office buildings, and atmospheric processor stations that could alter the very composition of Earth's atmosphere in seconds. In orbit, the orbital defense platforms continued their deployment. Each station contained technology that humanity had kept hidden for decades. Antimatter reactors powered reality warping shields. Quantum entanglement drives allowed instantaneous repositioning. Temporal disruption fields could locally alter the flow of time itself. We're detecting unusual quantum signatures from the Empire's staging area, Lieutenant Commander Chen announced suddenly. They're attempting to replicate our technology. Admiral Hayes's expression hardened. As expected. Lieutenant Commander, initiate Protocol Hydra. Throughout the solar system, automated defense systems activated. Quantum buoys materializing from subspace began mapping every possible attack vector. The asteroid belt transformed into a maze of hidden weapons platforms and sensor arrays. Dr. Nash's voice came through the quantum comm, Admiral, we've completed analysis of their attempted reverse engineering. They're making a critical mistake in their understanding of quantum mechanics. If they try to use their copied technology, it'll backfire catastrophically, Hayes finished. Good. Let them think they've figured it out. Speaking of which, how's Project Phoenix coming along? On schedule, Olivia replied. The quantum AI is processing the combat data from our first encounter. It's already developed countermeasures for 97% of their known weapons systems. The remaining 3% will be solved before they arrive. Network. These vessels, hidden beneath the ocean floors for decades, represented the pinnacle of human engineering. Their quantum fabricators could create new defensive installations in hours rather than years. Admiral Hayes watched as another defense platform materialized from quantum space. To think, we kept all this hidden for so long. Makes you wonder what else is out there, what other civilizations might be hiding. That's exactly why we developed these technologies in secret, Olivia responded. The universe is vast, and we knew we couldn't be the only ones practicing deception. The Kraxan Empire was just the first to test us. A sudden alert drew everyone's attention. Lieutenant Commander Chen's hands flew across her holographic interface. Sir, we're detecting quantum disturbances at the edge of the solar system. Much larger than before. They're coming. Admiral Hayes straightened his uniform. How many ships? Initial readings suggest 12,000 warships. They've committed their entire primary fleet. Hayes allowed himself a small smile. Good. That means we only have to teach them this lesson once. All stations, battle positions. Initiate final protocol. Let's show the galaxy why humanity kept its strength hidden for so long. The quantum defense grid hummed to life, its energy signature visible from Mars. Humanity's hidden arsenal stood ready, waiting to reveal just how deep their technological deception went. The true battle for Earth was about to begin, and this time, the Kraxan Empire would learn that underestimating humanity was the last mistake they would ever make. The void between Mars and Jupiter erupted with light as 12,000 Kraxan warships tore through space-time. Their arrival turned the darkness of space into an artificial day, a testament to their overwhelming numbers. Supreme Commander Zilvax stood at the helm of the Sovereign Dominion, his expression confident as he surveyed Earth's seemingly minimal defenses. Their tricks won't work twice, he declared, activating the fleet's newly modified shields. The Kraxan's best scientists had worked tirelessly to replicate Earth's quantum technology, even if they didn't fully understand it. Begin the attack pattern. Show them the true might of the Empire. On Earth's orbital defense platform Alpha, Admiral Hayes watched the massive fleet's approach with calculated calm. They modified their shields exactly as we predicted, he noted, sharing a knowing look with Lieutenant Commander Chen. Dr. Nash, are you seeing this? Perfectly, Olivia's voice came through the quantum comm. Their attempt to replicate our quantum field technology is fundamentally flawed. They're about to learn why copying technology you don't understand is dangerous. The Kraxan fleet moved into attack formation, their ships arranging themselves in a massive spherical pattern designed to envelope Earth from all angles. Supreme Commander Zilvax raised his scaled hand, preparing to give the order that would begin the bombardment. "Fire," he commanded. 12,000 ships activated their weapons simultaneously. The energy output was enough to crack a planet in half. But as the massive barrage approached Earth's defense grid, something unexpected happened. The quantum shield network didn't just block the attack, it absorbed it. Each energy blast was caught in a web of quantum fields, transformed, and redirected. Lieutenant Commander Chen's console lit up with readings. Energy absorption at optimal levels. Quantum converters operating at full capacity. Admiral Hayes nodded. "Initiate Protocol Omega. Let's show them what Earth can really do." The absorbed energy from the Kraxan attack fed directly into Earth's defensive systems. The quantum shield network began to pulse with power, and suddenly, the space around the planet seemed to fold in on itself. The Kraxan fleet's modified shields, their attempted copy of Earth's technology, began to resonate at exactly the wrong frequency. Supreme Commander Zilvax watched in horror as his ship's shields began to collapse in on themselves. "Impossible. We replicated their technology perfectly." "No," Olivia's voice cut through their communications network, broadcasting to the entire Kraxan fleet. "You copied what you saw without understanding the underlying principles. Quantum mechanics doesn't work that way." The effects were catastrophic for the Kraxan fleet. Their modified shields, instead of protecting them, created quantum singularities within their own ships. Vessels began to implode, crushed by forces they themselves had generated. The mighty armada was becoming its own worst enemy. "All platforms, execute synchronized attack pattern Delta," Admiral Hayes commanded. Earth's orbital defense platforms moved in perfect coordination, their quantum weapons targeting the gaps created by the Kraxan's failing shields. From hidden bases across the solar system, thousands of autonomous defense drones emerged. These small, agile craft carried weapons that could rewrite local physics, turning space itself against the invading fleet. They swarmed through the Kraxan formation, systematically dismantling ships from the inside out. In Project Prometheus's command center, Dr. Nash monitored the quantum AI's predictions. The chain reaction is spreading faster than expected. Their entire command and control structure is collapsing. Supreme Commander Zilvax watched helplessly as his mighty fleet disintegrated around him. Ships vanished into quantum singularities, while others were torn apart by weapons that shouldn't have existed. "How?" he demanded. "How could primitives possess such power?" Admiral Hayes's voice answered him, transmitted directly to the Sovereign Dominion's bridge. "We were never primitive, Commander. We simply understood something your empire never did. The best defense isn't just strength, but the wisdom to hide that strength until it's truly needed." The battle lasted less than an hour. Of the 12,000 ships that arrived, barely 100 remained intact. The Sovereign Dominion itself was caught in a quantum stasis field, its crew unable to move or react as Earth's forces surrounded it. From her position in Project Prometheus, Dr. Nash addressed the captured Supreme Commander. "Your empire has conquered thousands of worlds, believing technological superiority meant absolute power. But while you focused on domination, humanity prepared for something greater. We didn't just develop weapons, we developed understanding." Admiral Hayes stepped forward on his command platform. "This is humanity's message to the galaxy: we come in peace, but we are not defenseless. The age of imperial conquest is over. Earth stands ready to protect those who cannot protect themselves." As the remaining Kraxan ships fled in panic, their quantum communication networks broadcast the battle's outcome across the galaxy. The message was clear: humanity had not just defeated the mighty Kraxan Empire, they had revolutionized warfare itself. In the aftermath, Earth's true face was revealed to the galaxy. The facade of a primitive world fell away, replaced by the reality of a civilization that had chosen wisdom over brazen power, preparation over pride, and protection over conquest. The galaxy would never be the same, and humanity's role in it was just beginning. The galactic community erupted in chaos as news of the Kraxan Empire's defeat spread across subspace channels. In the prestigious halls of the Galactic Conclave, representatives from 1,000 worlds gathered in emergency session, their voices rising in a cacophony of shock and disbelief. Dar. Olivia Nash stood before the assembled alien dignitaries, her presence commanding attention despite being the only human in the vast chamber. Behind her, a holographic display showed the devastating defeat of the Empire's fleet, their mighty warships crumbling before Earth's advanced quantum technology. For centuries, we watched, she began, her voice carrying across the chamber. We observed as the Kraxan Empire expanded, as they conquered world after world. We learned from every battle, every conquest. Not just their technology, but their tactics, their weaknesses, their pride. In Earth orbit, Admiral Hayes oversaw the integration of captured Kraxan technology with Earth's defense systems. The Sovereign Dominion, now a prize of war, revealed secrets that confirmed humanity's suspicions about the broader galaxy. Lieutenant Commander Chen worked alongside alien engineers who had defected, eager to share their knowledge with a civilization that had achieved what they thought impossible. Signals from dozens of worlds. They're asking for help. Planets under Kraxan control, seeing their chance for freedom. Hayes studied the tactical display, watching as green dots appeared across the galactic map, worlds reaching out to Earth. Contact Dr. Nash at the Conclave. This is exactly what we prepared for. Back in the Conclave chamber, Olivia activated another holographic display, this one showing Earth's true technological achievements. Quantum cities hidden beneath the oceans, antimatter reactors powering underground civilizations, and spacecraft capabilities that surpassed even the Kraxan's most advanced vessels. Humanity chose a different path, she continued. While the Empire built weapons of conquest, we developed technologies of protection. Our greatest achievement wasn't defeating the Kraxan fleet, it was maintaining peace long enough to perfect our defenses. The alien representatives murmured as images of Earth's hidden civilization appeared. Orbital rings disguised as debris fields, dimensional pocket spaces containing entire industrial complexes, and quantum communication networks that spanned the galaxy undetected. Ambassador Thexel of the Centauri Alliance rose from his seat, his crystalline form catching the chamber's light. You speak of protection, Dr. Nash, yet your civilization possesses power that could dominate the galaxy. What assurance do we have that Earth won't become the very thing it claims to stand against? Olivia smiled, activating her final holographic display. It showed thousands of Earth vessels, not warships but humanitarian craft, already deploying across the galaxy. Because, Ambassador, we're not revealing our capabilities to instill fear, but to offer hope. In the debris field that was once the Kraxan fleet, Earth's quantum construction ships were already at work. They weren't building weapons or fortifications, but something unprecedented, a galactic defense network, freely shared with any world that wished to protect itself from aggression. Admiral Hayes received the first reports from these humanitarian missions. Former Kraxan slave worlds were being equipped with defensive technologies, their populations trained in their use. Earth wasn't creating dependent allies, but empowered partners. The Quantum Shield Network is adapting well to alien technologies, Lieutenant Commander Chen noted, watching as another world's defensive systems came online. Every planet we protect strengthens the entire network. In a secure chamber beneath the Conclave Hall, Dr. Nash met with representatives from the worlds that had suffered under Kraxan rule. Their faces showed the same mix of hope and suspicion she had seen countless times before. We don't seek to rule, she explained, displaying plans for the defensive network. Earth's goal is to ensure that no civilization need fear conquest again. Our technology, our knowledge, it's meant to be shared, not hoarded. The quantum AI they had developed predicted this moment years ago. Humanity's revelation of their true capabilities would reshape galactic politics, not through force but through the power of choice. Every world could now choose to defend itself, to stand equal among the stars. Admiral Hayes watched from orbit as another fleet of Earth vessels departed, carrying hope and protection to distant worlds. "We spent so long hiding our strength," he mused to Lieutenant Commander Chen. "Now we're showing the galaxy that true power lies in how you use it." The response from across the galaxy continued to pour in. Former enemies became allies, suspicious neighbors turned into partners. The quantum defense network grew, each addition making the galaxy a little safer, a little more balanced. In the conclave chamber, Olivia concluded her address. "Earth extends an open hand to all civilizations who seek peace. Our technology is offered freely, our knowledge shared willingly. The age of empires is over. The age of cooperation has begun." As she spoke, thousands of hidden human outposts across the galaxy revealed themselves. Each one had been carefully positioned, not for conquest but for protection. Earth had created a web of safety while the galaxy slept, and now that web was being offered to all. The revelation of Earth's true nature wasn't just a political earthquake, it was the beginning of a new galactic order. One where strength was measured not in warships and conquered worlds, but in the ability to protect, to uplift, and to unite. 1 year after Earth's victory over the Kraxan Empire, the galaxy had transformed beyond recognition. The once mighty empire had fractured into autonomous regions, each protected by Earth's quantum defense technology. Where conquest once ruled, cooperation flourished. Admiral Hayes stood at the observation deck of Harmony Station, Earth's newest diplomatic outpost at the galaxy's core. The massive structure served as both a symbol and a hub, its quantum arrays maintaining the vast defensive network that now protected thousands of worlds. Another successful integration, Lieutenant Commander Chen reported, reviewing data from the latest world to join the Galactic Defense Initiative. That makes 312 civilizations now protected by the network. Below them, representatives from dozens of species moved through the station's crystalline corridors. Former enemies now worked side by side, sharing knowledge and resources. The quantum technology that Earth had perfected proved to be just the beginning. When civilizations collaborated rather than conquered, innovation flourished. In her private office within Project Prometheus, Dr. Olivia Nash studied the quantum AI's latest predictions. The holographic displays showed probability streams branching into a future brighter than any they had dared hope for. The door chimed, and Supreme Ambassador Thexul entered, his crystalline form now a familiar sight in Earth's facilities. "The last of the Kraxan war criminals have been brought to justice," he announced. "But more importantly, their former subject worlds are thriving. Your approach to liberation was unprecedented." Olivia nodded, remembering the debates that had raged when Earth first revealed its true nature. Many had expected them to simply replace the Kraxan Empire as the galaxy's dominant power. Instead, they had done something radical, they had given power away. "The quantum defense network was never meant to be a weapon," she explained, bringing up a visualization of the galaxy-spanning system. "It's a shield, protecting all who wish to live in peace. But more than that, it's a bridge." Across the galaxy, evidence of this new approach was everywhere. Former Kraxan warships, retrofitted with Earth's technology, now served as research vessels and humanitarian craft. The Empire's military installations had been transformed into universities and cultural exchange centers. Admiral Hayes received a priority communication from Earth's Council. Another group of worlds, these from the distant Andromeda galaxy, had requested membership in the initiative. The quantum network had detected their signals, civilizations seeking protection, ready to join the galactic community. "It's remarkable," Lieutenant Commander Chen observed, watching the incoming diplomatic vessels. "A year ago, these species would have been conquering or being conquered. Now they're coming together voluntarily. In the heart of Harmony Station, a new chamber had been constructed, the Hall of Convergence. Here, representatives from member worlds gathered not to wage war or plot conquest, but to share discoveries and solve common challenges. The quantum AI had predicted this too, calculating that cooperative development would far outpace competitive advancement. Dr. Nash made her way through the hall, remembering the long years when humanity had hidden its achievements. "We spent so much time preparing for war," she mused to Ambassador Thexul, only to find our greatest victory would come through peace. The Quantum Defense Network had evolved beyond its original purpose. While it still protected member worlds from aggression, it now served primarily as an information exchange, allowing civilizations to share knowledge and resources instantly across vast distances. The network detected something fascinating, Lieutenant Commander Chen reported to Admiral Hayes. The quantum fields are starting to resonate in harmony with natural spacetime. It's as if the galaxy itself is adapting to support cooperation rather than conflict. In orbit around Earth, the captured sovereign dominion had been transformed into a museum and research center. Its halls, once dedicated to planning conquest, now hosted students from across the galaxy studying Earth's unique approach to technological development. "We never sought to rule the galaxy," Admiral Hayes explained to a group of visiting dignitaries. Earth's strength came from understanding that true power lies not in domination, but in elevation, helping others rise to their full potential. The quantum AI's predictions continued to unfold. As more civilizations joined the initiative, technological advancement accelerated. Problems that had plagued individual species for millennia were solved through collaborative effort. The combined knowledge of thousands of worlds, freely shared, led to breakthroughs that would have been impossible in an age of competition and secrecy. Dr. Nash stood before the Galactic Conclave one final time, marking the first anniversary of Earth's emergence. The chamber, once a place of tension and power politics, had become a forum for cooperation and shared progress. The end.